Welcome to my first video where I talk about how to make Grimgar characters in Baldur's Gate. For those of you unaware, Baldur's Gate is based on 5th edition D&D and has a pretty good character creator. You can get more mods to increase the character creator's customization, like hair and faces and eyes and stuff like that, which I'm going to be doing later on. For today, I want to take the base game and teach you guys how to make the Grimgar characters in Baldur's Gate. Originally, I was going to put this on my gaming page, but I thought it'd be more fun to actually put this on my main account and actually have you guys go over to my gaming page or my Twitch if you guys like what you see. Also, keep in mind that I'm going to be using the Wikipedia, and the Wikipedia is somewhat out of date for a lot of like levels and stuff, so not everything on here is going to be one-to-one depending on your playthrough, and I haven't fully leveled up all my characters because this game's huge, man. Like, it's really big. So what I'm going to do in this video is actually give you guys the things you need to create your own Grimgar characters, and if you want to change things yourself, as entirely up to you. I'm going to be making the most recent versions of these characters in the light novel, so they are in their early 20s, and they're actually a lot stronger than they would be at the very early parts of the story. And yes, I am aware that I have actually made videos talking about their stats in a D&D campaign in the past. I can't really use those stats. I can kind of try to recreate them in the character creator, but it's kind of hard in Baldur's Gate. So if you guys want to do that yourself, go for it. I do think some of those stats will make early game parts of Baldur's Gate really hard though. But today I plan on making a RANTA that's going to be at least viable and fun to play as. We are only going to go up to level 7. From that point onward, it's entirely up to you how you want to go about creating your character and what spells you want to pick. RANTA is a quick hit and run character. He loves to hit his enemies, move away, and he's extremely mobile. Plus, RANTA has stuff like debuffs and buffs that he uses on himself and enemies who actually make them sick, weaker, or get confused. And yes, unfortunately, the warlocks don't get access to longswords, which RANTA actually does have in the light novel. So if you guys really want to go all in, I do think that you should go as a fighter starting out, get 3 levels of fighter, and take the subclass Battle Master. At that point, you'll have Second Wind, which lets you actually heal yourself a little bit. And RANTA is pretty tanky in the light novel, so I'd be willing to give him that much. So this is a pretty good representation of him being tough. Action Surge, which helps you actually keep attacking, because RANTA is all about constantly attacking. And I should also probably mention at level 1, you should probably take Duelist as a fighting style, because RANTA never uses shields or anything. He's all about long swords and hit and run tactics. At this point, we're actually going to multi-class into a Warlock, and I'm very aware that this is not the best, most optimized build, I know, but we're having fun and we're trying to make a RANTA here. So we're gonna actually multi-class into a Warlock and take the Fiend subclass. Fiend subclass actually gives you temporary HP for every kill you get, which is actually pretty nice for RANTA. At level 2, you get to choose your invocation, and I actually chose Agonizing Blast because we're still a Warlock and we still spam Eldritch Blast. And Thieves of 5 Fates, which gives you a free Bane without expending a spell slot once per long rest, which RANTA is good at debuffing enemies when he actually remembers to do so. And at level 3, we're actually going to take Pack of Chain. For those of you who only watch the anime, RANTA actually uses his demon Zodiac a lot more in the light novel. I'd actually be willing to say that Zodiac is one of the main things that RANTA uses in his arsenal, and so he needs Zodiac to help him out. And again, I am aware this is not the most optimized build, but we're finally at level 7, and we can finally get a feat for the Warlock, and we're going to actually give him Mobile. Mobile is the best thing for RANTA ever, because he can actually attack something and move away without triggering attack of opportunity now. Plus, it just gives him more movement per turn. Now to talk about spells, which should be easy because the majority of RANTA's spells is debuffing enemies and buffing himself. So his spells are actually pretty easy to represent. Obviously, he's a Warlock, so you want to give him Eldritch Blast because that's like his best thing to use. So that's not necessarily a RANTA thing, but it's a thing that's going to help us, you know, be able to actually enjoy our playthrough. Give him also Minor Illusion, because Dread Knights and Grimgar constantly use illusions to actually hide what they're doing. And take Armor of Angathy to actually represent RANTA's self-buffing spell, also called Dread Aura. And also Hex to actually give more debuffing for RANTA. And eventually, you definitely want to get Expeditious Retreat to help RANTA move even faster. Because again, RANTA's all about that movement, baby. Eventually, you definitely should get Crown of Madness as well. And one of my favorite spells for RANTA, Mirror Image. RANTA in later parts of Grimgar actually uses his illusion so well that it's hard to tell where he's going and hard to hit him. And the best representation of that is definitely Mirror Image. But there you have it. That is essentially everything you need to really make a RANTA. And in the background, I've been showing you guys how to actually make a RANTA. Keep in mind that RANTA currently in the light novel has a giant scar across his face that even How to Hero says it looks kind of cool. And in the light novel, his hair has been referred to as very curly to the point where he's gotten a nickname from Renji calling him Curly. Basically a very pale ginger. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about this build. Keep in mind that you do have to keep hitting and running to actually use this thing as best as possible. Use your illusions and use your summon imp as much as you can to keep enemies you know, distracted while Ranta comes up behind them. Ranta, for the most part, uses very light armor, but in the most recent light novels, he has actually started putting on more armor on his legs, arms, and chest. So he's kind of in a realm of like medium armor now. If you guys want to just run straight Warlock the entire time, that's good too. I wouldn't say no to that. It's just this way you get the longsword plus action surge plus medium armor, so I thought it would help you guys out a little bit. Also, if you really wanted to, you could probably use a rogue instead of a fighter, because if you're fighting next to your imp with an enemy between the two of you, you can probably get more sneak attacks off. But I think the fighter actually fits Ranta a little better. That's just me though. And yes, I'm aware you can go all the way up to level 5 to get 2 swings. So now you have 2 swings plus action surge, and then you can do all the levels that I stated earlier for Warlock. You can do that if you want. I just thought it'd be a lot better to have the charisma modifier plus all your other Warlock spells earlier in the game to make it a lot more fun. But if you can have your party fill in the gaps where you're failing as a tank, essentially, because you're not gonna have as much HP as normal fighters at this point, you can just go up to level 5, get a second swing plus action surge, and then do all the levels of Warlock that I stated earlier. But if you made it this far in the video, thank you very much for watching this far. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments down below or hit the like button. Also, do not forget that I am live streaming Baldur's Gate on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 p.m. EST till 7 p.m. EST on my YouTube gaming page and my Twitch. Link in the description or in the comments. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!